Hello, I'm Erik. I've invited my friends Greg Talley and Ryan Smith to join me in ingesting fun and bizarre foods. We'd like you to join us too. So come in and open up. It's Junkmouth. Hi, I'm Erik.
I'm Greg.
I'm Ryan.
Welcome, listeners, to the Roof Lizard Lounge, high atop the Dino Hotel in picturesque Lakewood, Colorado, above our restaurant, Paleo Joe's, and just a short drive from Denver in the Rocky Mountains. Let's get started with our lunch swap. Greg, what did you bring today?
Well, today I am treating all of us to a fine selection of giant ibis dishes served on my 3-tiered elephant ivory party server with fine scalloped edges, which have coated to them in a sugar coating of ganache, sugar plums, and organ keys from an original organ from a medieval church. The keys were once played by Johann Sebastian Bach. I had it smashed up and added to my dish.
You monster.
For kicks. On the top tier, our appetizer is giant ibis thigh flautas with a mole sauce made with the eye fluid of the island grouper. On the middle level is an ibis breast salad served on a bed of escarole topped with 100-year-old balsamic vinegar and black truffle. On the bottom tier is roasted giant ibis on soufflendu pasta, the most expensive pasta in the world, made only by the last two women who know how to make this traditional pasta in Monte Ortobene, Italy. It is topped with white truffle marinara sauce, also some smashed up ibis.
Ooh, well, I don't think I even want to open my Archie's lunchbox after that. Greg, why are you being so nice to us?
I really need to get rid of all the ibis meat. I mean, before the inspection, I couldn't bear to see such an immorally attained delicacy go to waste. Here, let me hand feed you some ibis right now. Delicious. Delectable.
That's, my suspicion is down to a level, I can even eat this.
There might be some ibis tamer mixed in with that. I'm not sure.
No worries. So, Ryan, what did you bring today?
A fork.
How did you know to bring a fork?
Unlike Erik, I know chopsticks are for losers.
Oh, man. Well, with that, I guess I can welcome our listeners to our Dollar Gourmet episode of Junkmouth. Kind of ironic after what we were just eating. And it's also time to let everyone know that Junkmouth is part of the Dino Hotel Entertainment Network of America, or DINA. We encourage you to check out our other podcasts, our flagship program, Mystery Science Theater 3000 Revival League, hosted by Greg, Ryan, and Kate Page. Also, 10 Backward, where our friends Ron and James watch Star Trek The Next Generation in reverse order. Before we dig into our first course, we need to sing for our supper, so load up that reel-to-reel with the sweet Kevin Murphy jingle.
First, eat some ibis, and then roll the tape.
The next time you travel to Denver, make your journey into one that you'll remember. Don't just sit around and wish when you can have an expedition at the Dino Hotel. Stretch, snarl, growl.
Oh, I never get enough of that jingle.
Ibis is pretty good, I gotta say.
Yeah. Wow, I've never seen Greg be this nice.
Yeah, it's making me nervous.
Now we need to sadly move on to our Eat segment, where we'll lay out our ground rules and then have some food from a dollar store. So, our ground rules. Number 1, we eat items that are not widely distributed in the USA. 2, we look for foods that are unique or regional, not just a local brand of something you can get anywhere. 3, we fit our foods each week to a theme, like our theme of getting everything for $1 this week. And for each episode, we are each allowed one pass card if there's something we just refuse to try. So this week, we've got some air quote gourmet foods from one of those stores where everything has that pre-tax price of exactly $1. If anyone is interested, our total food bill this episode was $3.14. I think we're in for something special.
Yeah.
3.14, are we having pie?
Fuck off.
Yeah, that's ironic. We're not.
So what are we having?
Well, for our first eat segment, we have Nature's House Gourmet Nuts. And why don't you take a look at those? What I love about this, it says nuts, plural, as if there's different kinds, but read the ingredients right on the front there.
A blend of peanuts, butter toffied peanuts, honey roasted peanuts, and almonds.
Do you see any almonds in there?
I don't see a single almond. It looks like mostly peanuts to me.
Yeah.
Hey, I love peanuts. So
Yeah.
This is good for me.
All right, I'm going to dump some out on the table because I'm a savage. There you go.
Beast.
I'll eat it with my ibis.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Well, we're...
No, wait, no.
Well, they're dishing up. We're looking at peanuts as our primary thing here, which probably originated in Peru or Brazil in South America.
Found an almond.
You have an almond.
Little one.
There was an almond in there. Wow. I don't have any almonds.
I have an almond
special.
brother. Does that count?
Dying of fire. That pun was worthy of death.
Yeah, it was. And well, we're eating in here. Let me mention, peanuts are the 12th most valuable cash crop grown in the United States, with a value of over $1 billion US.
Wow.
Not surprised. I assume you're talking about the value, not the nuts themselves.
The value, yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah, these are
gas station nuts,
yeah.
airplane honey roasted nuts.
But here's the thing about peanuts. Even gas station peanuts, still pretty fucking good.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah. I mean, I haven't stopped eating them, so.
It's hard to screw up a peanut.
And they
I
didn't.
love peanuts.
They did not actually screw these up. So, I mean, honestly, here, if I was rating these as just a food, they may not be that great. When I think about that bag of peanuts was $1. That's pretty damn good for $1.
Yeah, considering that they can actually get a little pricey at the grocery store.
I'd buy that for $1.
Oh, yes, you
Oh,
would.
your references are just,
I did.
You're right on point with those timely references, Greg.
The Allman Brothers and RoboCop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not dating myself.
Let's listen to the ink spots and do the sock hop.
I want to do the twist.
I want to play the Java Jive.
Yeah. All right, guys. What
Almond.
Do you...
Anyone?
Oh, yeah. I got to try one of the almonds.
One almond.
Well, that was the second. It said almonds, so there had to be at least two, and I think that's probably it.
I found them both.
Contractually fulfilled it.
Yep.
So,
there.
if we had to rate this,
Yeah.
it's exactly as advertised. It's a salty, sweet nut mix. 5 out of 5 greasy wrappers. I mean, it does what it says it's going to do. And I like it.
I disagree on it, saying this is not gourmet, like it says on the package.
Yeah, but that word's thrown
and
around
it
the
says
word's
nuts,
meaningless.
and honestly, these are it's I mean,
Peanuts really aren't even true nuts.
they're not true nuts. No, they're a legume. And I understand a lot of mixed nuts have a lot of peanuts in them, but this was almost all peanuts. It's good. I'm not saying it's bad, but I can't say this is a 5.
You'll notice they only put 2 almonds on the package in the picture.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, which is exactly how many we found. So I honestly, I'll rank this 4 out of 5. These are good, but they're
I'm giving it
different.
5 because to me, any peanuts are 5. Peanuts are they're great. This is God's own food. If there were a God.
I mean, Greg and I each had a good handful of nuts, and I think you're about to finish off the package. So,
I know. Anybody?
yeah, I'll have a few more.
I'm going to stick with water. It's making me thirsty, but this does what, I mean, we try a lot of foods in the podcast. This is true junk food. It's got sweet, it's got salty, it keeps you coming back for more, it's cheaply packaged, it's inexpensive in its cost point.
Good source of protein.
It's there is some nutritional value to this, and it's a quintessentially American preparation on this dish. It's not a boiled peanut; it's a dry roasted peanut.
And may I say, fuck boiled peanuts.
That would be rather difficult.
Boiled peanuts are an abomination. They're the second worst thing ever to come out of the South.
Did you know that there is some scientific studies that are possibly linking the correlation to the high rise of peanut sensitivity, which sends people into anaphylactic shock, between the dry roasting method versus the boiling method, and that the rise of the dry roasting method may explain the sensitivity and the growth, the exponential growth of that allergy.
Really?
Really, yeah. No, I saw a study about it last year.
Well, I don't know if you've ever had southern boiled peanuts.
Oh, yeah.
So you know they're just a squishy abomination. It's not like they boil them and then dry them. No. You get just these mushed up, like, peanuts out of a cauldron. Hot boiled peanuts. And it's just, I mean, it's mush. It's disgusting. It's,
but that is actually more in line with the global preparation and consumption of peanuts than the dry roast method.
You know what else is more in line with global practice than American practice? Totalitarianism.
Pooping in a hole?
Yeah.
No, that.
Never having made a phone call. There are some things that, you know, you should be grateful to live in America for. One of them is liberal democracy. The other one is correctly prepared peanuts.
If they don't kill you.
Because the second best thing after liberal democracy is dry roasted peanuts.
I would say, yeah. And foods that kill you.
Yeah, yeah.
Really, just salted peanuts are fine too. I mean,
after
salted in the shell peanuts, you don't really need to roast them or anything as far as I'm concerned. Just don't boil them, for Christ's sake.
I honestly, I've never had a boiled peanut, and after your description, I think I will attempt to keep it that way. And with that statement, for any of you who are sitting at home screaming at us.
Did you guys rate them?
We did.
5.
5?
4.
5, and 4.
Yeah.
All right, I stand corrected. Carry on.
Yeah. So if you're sitting at home,
wait.
let's all stay sitting right now. Otherwise, we're going to, there'll be equipment all over the place. And if after this little mess right here in our podcast makes you want to just scream at us, you can do that and spit something back for a future audience regurgitation segment by contacting us through email, junkmouthpodcast@gmail.com, or reach us on Facebook at facebook.com/junkmouth, or on Twitter @junkmouthpod.
Eric.
Yeah.
I'm eating all your peanuts. I owe you $1.
Oh.
I'm not giving these back.
Yeah. You know I can get Greg to reimburse me.
Yeah. It'll make me feel better.
Okay. So I think it's time we move on to accentuate the positive. This is where I highlight one of the many great joys in life that make it just great to be alive. So now this week,
Hold on.
What?
You set the show up where you irritate me with frequently awful food and with Greg. And then the only segment you give me is one where I point out all the bad things about the world. You're giving everyone the impression I'm just angry and irritable.
Well, you are, but...
Look, I am tired of coming across as like a mean person, you festering boil of virulent monkey pus.
But you are an angry and often rude, mean person to us.
Yeah, yes, but I'm more than that, and I think the audience deserves to know I have things that make me happy.
Well, I'm not sure anyone really deserves that, but I'm intrigued, so go on.
Okay, good, because I want to talk about things that make me happy, in addition to the inevitability of our own death, because mortality is what makes life worth living. I'd say Disney movies. I love Disney movies.
What?
Wow!
Yeah, Disney cartoons.
Now you're just full of sarcasm, and you're just making shit up because you're trolling us.
I own the first season of Tangled the series, my friend.
Wow, that's pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Tangled the series is good because they got the original cast back. It's not, terrible animation and like voice sound alikes. It's actually Mandy Moore and Zachary Levi, who, of course, played Princess Rapunzel and Flynn Rider in Tangled the movie, which is a great film.
I've never seen it.
Oh, it's awesome. Look,
Well,
Disney movies are just, you can go to a Disney cartoon and you're pretty assured over the last few years especially that it's going to be good. There's not going to be, an insane amount of grimness or violence or grittiness. It's just you can go and laugh and feel good. And it's it's a nice feeling to just be able to go to a movie and think, well, I'm not going to come out of this horribly depressed, at least not if it's not The Lion King. Moana is a gorgeous movie. Every frame of that movie is physically beautiful.
Absolutely. I love that.
Yeah, Moana was great. Frozen is a great film, although the entire plot really could have been avoided if they hadn't wiped Anna's memory, if they just told her, hey, be careful around your freezing, power princess sister.
Another movie I've never watched.
Really?
Really.
What is wrong with you? These are great films.
Don't watch a lot of movies, and I just have not seen
Our entire
Frozen.
existences are based around watching movies.
Yeah, exactly. Often against our will. But, no, I can't remember the last time I saw a bad Disney film, Disney animated film, and I can't. It's been a long time since I've seen even a mediocre one. They're just really good movies. I enjoy them. Sometimes after a long day of making Greg feel bad about himself, it tends to affect me a little too, and I feel a little down. So I go home and put on a Disney movie and just cry my eyes out when Moana sings How Far I'll Go, and then I feel better.
I've never pictured
Why
you
does
crying
that
your
make me
eyes
feel
out
worse?
to Moana.
That makes me feel much, much worse.
Then I've done my job.
A, you're not supposed to like things that I like, and B, you don't have a heart. This indicates a warm, fuzzy human being of discerning taste. You are causing massive cognitive dissonance.
I am a warm, fuzzy human being of discerning taste. I just don't like you.
I can kind of see where he's coming from, Greg.
Both of you, I don't even know where to go with that.
I know. Ryan just talked about something positive.
No.
I think
someday my prince will come.
Oh no!
And it won't be dopey and grumpy here either.
Wow. Well, way to take something good and magical and wholesome and just fuck it up for everybody, Greg, just by speaking those words you profane them.
And you know what, Ryan, I actually said that was really nice to hear. I even have a couple movies I think I need to see now. Just because you pointed them out, and I've never known you to have.
So funny.
Yeah. So those are on my list now. Thank you for that. And with you just pointing out something positive like that, and actually having just a beautiful segment, I think in response, I need to take a turn to point out something that's irritating in the world.
Oh, I'm sure this is going to be precious. Go on.
So is it now Erik's reality check?
No. I want to hear this. I'm sure this is going to be great.
Erik's reality check. Okay.
Erik's going to be mean about something.
Yes.
Can I take a pass card on this?
No, listen to me. Look, there are people out there who don't know how to share the road. We're in Colorado. We have a lot of bikes out here. And I mean bicycles, not motorcycles. And they are allowed to ride on the side of the road. Mm-hmm. It pisses me off. Have some decent respect for a fellow human being when you're out driving. And you see somebody riding on the road, give them a little space, slow down if you need to. Respect their ability to be there. Hey.
Wait, no. Hold up, Lance Armstrong. Yes, you should give people some space. You should go around them respectfully. You should put on your lights when you have to go into the oncoming traffic to give people a wide berth so they're safe. But I'm sorry, bicyclists like to have it both ways.
Wait. Don't get me wrong, Greg.
No, sometimes
this is both ways because not
sometimes
only do cars need to watch out for bikes need to understand they're sharing the road with cars too.
Thank you.
You know what? 90% of the bikes out there are nice. They sit over, when they have a bike lane, they ride in it. When they don't, they ride as far to the right as they safely can do it. But those assholes who ride 3 wide down the middle of the road, take up a full lane where you cannot get around them.
Oh, and it doesn't
you're holding up traffic. You're screwing other people's lives, too.
Yeah.
It doesn't just stop there. Are you a pedestrian or are you going to abide by the same rules as a motor vehicle?
Like stop at stoplights.
And not use the crosswalk
and
move over and blaze through a stoplight because you don't want to lose your momentum. I mean, that's confusing and dangerous, and it's entitled.
I had a bicyclist yell at me once. I wasn't even going. I saw her. I wasn't about to turn. I was just creeping out into the turn lane. She was using the crosswalk on the wrong side of the road, and said, I'm a pedestrian, you might want to pause. Well, fuck you, lady. No, you're not. You are operating a vehicle illegally. I should be able to kill you.
That's right. You know what? People just need to learn to respect each other a little bit when they're out on the road. If you're on a bike, respect the cars. People have a right to get where they're going. They have a right to use the road. It is a road for cars. And people, if you're on a car, respect the bike. Don't run them over. Just be respectful to each other and not a pompous asshole.
And quit
Erik,
wearing
out.
And quit wearing those shorts. I mean, really, come on, stop. They're binding and painful to look at.
Are you done?
Yeah.
And furthermore,
Shut up. Well, Erik.
well, you can't really do that Erik out thing. I mean, you need to introduce the next segment. I mean, don't we need to keep moving here?
Look, you're right about people who don't share the road, but your insults need serious work.
Oh, I'll work on it. I'll listen to you.
You didn't really sound like you were actually filled with intense loathing and hatred for the world. You sounded like you were just angry in particular at these people, and what you really want to do is get just a visceral, universal loathing into your voice. Like, it's not just these people, they're just a protrusion into our reality of the greater Cthulhu mythos of horror that is the world.
Wow, I'll have to work on that.
Yeah, but Disney movies are great.
Yeah, let's move on to our drink segment.
I'm all about that. I need some thirst to wash down this alternate topsy-turvy, bizarro reality you two twits have thrust me into. So what are we having today?
Oh, and now Greg's calling us twits. This is topsy-turvy. Yeah. But what we have is Sidral Monday Apple Soda.
Say what now?
Sidral, not say what. Sidral Monday. It's a red apple soda, a product of Mexico, made from real sugar. Bought it at the dollar store, and there is also a Verde Mode version, which is green apple, assuming you can find it. It's not as widely available. And I'll also point out, this is definitely a true soda. There was a lawsuit that started in 2015 in Mexico where they had advertisements implying this was an apple juice beverage, where even according to the label, it's less than 1% apple juice. And Coca-Cola was ordered to stop that ad campaign in 2016 with further appeals ongoing.
Is this a Coke byproduct? Or?
Coke purchased this company several years ago.
It's bottled under the authority of Coke. I'd say Coca-Cola byproduct.
Yeah. So
the slough off they have after they produce the Coke just happens to be flavored like apples.
So this was in a typical plastic bottle that you get most American sodas in now.
Well, no,
Greg's poured it for us.
It's a larger bottle. It's more like a French lemonade or a giant bottle of Martinelli's apple juice. So we poured these into cups because this isn't like drinking orange soda or something.
Yeah.
Bottle's too big.
Yeah.
So what's it smell like, guys?
Fake apple.
Yeah.
Fake apple.
It smells like the cheap like Treetop brand or whatever off-brand apple juice.
Yeah.
Maybe like a juice box apple juice.
Yeah.
All right, down the house.
All right.
Let's see what it's like. Not bad.
Not bad. Weak carbonation.
Yeah, very weak.
Yeah.
What it tastes like is somebody had a really sweet, like ocean spray apple juice, and then they were like, you know what? Let's water it down. Let's put some sparkling water in it so that it's both sparkling but not too apple juicy, so it's neither sparkling enough nor apple-y enough.
This tastes like someone who had a suspicion of what apples were once wandered by the bottling factory, is what this tastes like. There's barely any apple here. This is basically cold water with somebody just staring directly into your eyes and saying very persuasively, apples. I mean, that's all this is.
It's like it is. It has a watered down apple juice flavor to it. I get
There's
apple.
barely any apple in it. I mean, I get it, but there's not much there. And as far as that goes, it's not a bad soda.
Yeah.
But I got to give it a 1 because I don't think this accomplishes anything.
I'm gonna try to put this in proper climate context. Mexico is hot. This drink on a scorching hot day, the thinness of the apple juice would be actually very refreshing. And like if you're used to apple cider, apple juice in a colder clime, it would be nothing. But to drink this where it's really hot, I on a picnic or a construction site or something, this would be perfect. This would be very
This would be
refreshing.
very refreshing. I don't know if I would say perfect. I think it could use a little more,
You're a
stronger
juice
apple
apologist.
flavor.
This is a 1.
It could use more apple flavor. It could use more carbonation if they're going to call it a soda. I think it's better than a 1. I think this is a pretty average thing rather than bad. I would give this 3 out of 5 greasy wrappers.
I mean, it's not bad, but it accomplishes nothing. I mean, it's the same.
It quenches thirst. That's
So
really
does
the only
water.
thing that's good.
It's refreshing.
It's more.
So is water.
Yeah.
Cold water would accomplish the same thing that this soda accomplishes. Cold water. Probably better.
It's got a little bit of sweet, a little bit of carbonation. It scratches the itch in the back of your throat that you want scratched when you have a carbonated drink. I'm going to give it a 4.7.
Why don't
It's
you
not
guys just go
perfect.
ahead and move to Vichy if you're going to be collaborators on this soda?
Well, I just said it was average. Greg's here calling this thing actually really good. He's 4.7. I mean that just seems insane.
Yeah, I mean,
It's good.
that's objectively not true.
I had it again, and I liked it better the second time. I'll even go in for thirds if you want me to have a control. But I think it actually improved upon the second time, and it actually did have a crisp apple flavor.
Yeah, it's a decent. Certainly not the first thing I would choose
It's
as
not,
my
it
drink,
doesn't taste
but
vile. There's just not anything to it.
yeah. So, Greg, I think you're a little off, but
Yeah,
and not just about this drink. I mean, I think you're off, but let's move on. And why don't you keep being off a bit and go into your tales of the stupid?
Okay, well, since we're doing Dollar Store, I thought it'd be only fitting to talk about the Dollar Tree, which is an American-Canadian chain of discount variety stores that sell stuff for $1 or less. Headquartered in Virginia, it's actually a Fortune 500 company and has nearly 14,000 stores throughout the 48 contiguous United States and Canada. Also operates under the name Dollar Bills or Family Dollar. So
Wait, Family Dollar? Because Family Dollar is not a dollar store.
no, but that's their upper end to the same thing.
Okay.
But it's all the same chain. So, if you got a whole bunch of crazy crap for cheap that you want to buy, you should head on over to the Dollar Tree. And you can get stuff like, I don't know, housewares, cheap tumblers, pets food that hopefully won't kill your pet, as well as just some basic frozen foods. It's kind of like a glorified convenience store. It's somewhere between a convenience store and a very simple general store.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, I have not had terribly great luck with foods at the dollar store. But for cleaning supplies, stuff like that, sign me up. I mean, just cheap utensils and such, the quality's just fine. And it's orders of magnitude cheaper than going to the grocery.
For certain things, yes.
Yeah, if you're
there's
just
other-
getting cleaning fluid or something like that, I can go to the dollar store and buy what would be easily $30 worth of cleaning fluid for $5.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
it works
so-
just as well.
No, I'm certainly. So if anybody here has actually not been to a dollar store and needed to have it explained to them, you just have.
And, it's founded in the 50s.
Really?
Yeah, as a
Back
five and...
then, that wasn't...
Well, it was a five and dime
okay,
then.
it's everything's $1.
No,
That's outrageous.
I could buy a brand new Cadillac for that. What is this, communist Russia? No, but it's slow with inflation. I'm sure it'll be a $5 store in 20 years or something like that. But same premise as a five and dime, just cheap dry goods and basic convenience store items. And I don't know about you guys, but when I think of Dollar Trees and Family Dollars, I think of small town America.
Really?
I think I think about little towns that don't really have a lot of commercial outlets and our choices, and it might be one grocery store and a Family Dollar.
The Family Dollar, I think of that way. The Dollar Trees I tend to see as is just
More urban,
pervasive and suburban, particularly. Suburbia tends to be, because the property values in a true urban area are just too high for a Dollar Tree.
What I think about it is, when I think about a Dollar Tree is do not try the Dollar Tree lunch meat. It's not worth your life.
but they're peanuts.
There's a lot of good things. There are a lot of food items you can buy for $1 that are pretty okay. I've had okay cookies from the Dollar Tree. Those peanuts were just fine.
Yep.
You cannot buy good meat for $1.
Yeah.
It's not going to be. It's not going to be a prime cut.
No.
Really? I'm shocked.
And when you get $500 to pump your stomach, you
You end up losing money on the deal.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for that,
Not
Greg.
counting, that's not even counting the lost
Yeah,
work.
that's my tales of the stupid, and don't eat Dollar Tree meat.
Yeah, that's definitely important. I will add, Dollar Tree is where I picked these items up. I was kind of being vague about it, but since we're being open talking about Dollar Tree,
I like
that's
the
where
Dollar
these are
Tree.
from.
Like I said, there's certain things I don't buy there, but there's a lot of stuff. You can't go wrong at the Dollar Tree.
Next up, we try Dollar Tree Ibis Bologna.
This will be the last episode of Junkmouth.
Yes. And speaking of that, we do have one small piece of audience regurgitation from Jennifer Turner on Facebook, who commented it on our H Mart episode with the Shop Smart, Shop H Smart Mart. Yeah, Shop H Mart. There, we'll see if I can talk today.
Apparently not.
No,
I think it's already been proven.
I just proved it. Yeah. So Shop Smart, Shop H Mart. I think that must be one of the logos.
No, that is a reference to Army of Darkness.
Oh.
Ash Williams works at S-Mart. That is a line that he says after shooting a zombie with a shotgun that he bought at S-Mart.
It is. I have not watched that movie since, I don't know, many years ago.
Well, you need to watch it again.
Apparently.
Greg's going back for more of that apple shit.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I'm thirsty.
Well, it might pair well with our Be Merry segment.
And what's that? What do we got on here?
We continue with our gourmet theme with Gourmet Delight brand Puffy Crisp Cookies.
Puffy Crisp, my least favorite white wrapper.
Hey, but they're
No,
imported.
what are you saying? It's a white wrapper around these cookies.
Okay.
It is.
Okay.
I like right under the title, imported. That's a very key thing.
Here's the thing: these are imported, so they've got to figure into the price the cost of transportation from another country, and it's still under $1.
Is $1.
Okay,
and they're imported from Canada.
Oh, okay.
So when you open it up, it looks a little like baklava. It's got a sugar crust on it, and it's a puff pastry. I'm going to pull
kind of a thin, sad baklava, but
a thin, sad baklava that's in a square that's got its vivisection to form two triangles.
Come on, I got a broken one.
And
come on.
So
I'm getting a whole one. goddammit.
It smells. Yeah. It smells like vanilla. It doesn't smell half bad. It smells like vanilla and sugar.
Yep.
So what's it taste like?
Yeah.
I'm into these.
It's buttery and sugary and flaky.
Mm-hmm. I wish I had coffee with this.
Not too terribly sweet.
This would be great with coffee.
Mm-hmm.
This is fantastic. This is fantastic.
Yeah, I mean this is the best thing we've had today, easily.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 5.
I can't believe I'm about to agree with you on a dollar store item that it's a 5.
This is a good
5
cookie.
greasy wrappers, easy.
4.7.
5 times the price. This would be a good cookie.
It would be.
I would pay $5 for a tray of these without feeling too bad. This is $1.
4.7 to match that sublime apple juice.
You can't think these are better than that mediocre apple juice?
I'm actually enjoying the pairing. It works well.
I believe you. The apple juice is over by you. I can't.
Okay, no. Bite of the puff pastry, sip of the apple juice. It's like having.
Fill me up then.
It's like having a little bit of apple pie going on. You get the flakiness of a buttery crust.
I'm not opposed.
Maybe I'll up the game on the apple juice here.
All right, here. Let me pass that to Erik. So yeah. Take a sip of the apple juice. Take a bite of the pie, or vice versa, and you get a whole apple pie thing going on. It's not bad. It works well. You guys get
an apple pie that's a little weak on the apple, but that does work.
Mm-hmm.
It pairs pretty well.
Yeah.
The soda alone, still not my thing, but.
Well, sometimes foods just need another food to complete them. And, I could drink the apple juice by itself, but paired with this puff pastry, Man, that's pretty damn good. That's dessert right there.
Yeah.
If you're looking
Wow.
for these, and the problem with Dollar Tree gourmet food is it's never the same from Dollar Tree to Dollar Tree what they're buying, or even from time to time you go into the same Dollar Tree, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it all depends on
wherever
what
they-
deals they strike or whatever.
Yep. Wherever they can get it cheapest.
But if you're looking for these, they are called Puffy Crisp Cookies from Gourmet Delight. Delight is misspelled. But these are really good. These are really good.
And, you know, $3.14, 3.14. I said, will there be pie? Yes.
Pie right
Yes,
now.
there was. There was pie at the end of it. So,
I hate it when
game,
you're right.
set, match, Ryan. Game, set, match.
Bizarrely, Greg,
I'll get you next time.
you got
Gadget. Next time.
All right. Well, let's sum up how we thought about these foods. We started off with some good, not really gourmet, but mostly mixed peanuts with apparently 2 almonds in the package.
There were precisely 2 almonds in that package. I ate both of them.
No, you gave one to me.
Oh, no, I gave one to you, yeah. But but I ate the rest of those peanuts.
My
They were
God, no almonds.
There were 2.
Well-
There were 2 almonds in the entire package.
Yeah. But the peanuts were pretty good.
Yeah.
Nothing amazing, but pretty good.
Peanuts are always good.
We had the Mexican apple soda, which we had opinions clear across the board on. I guess kind of a drink at your own risk. It might be good, it might be awful, it might be mediocre.
As long as it's good and cold, it's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing terribly objectionable about it. I just don't think it did what's on the tin. The apple flavor is barely there, although I will agree with Greg that it comes out a little more when you eat it with drink it with these cookies.
Yeah, and the cookies I definitely have to be the highlight, I say. Puffy Crisp Cookies by Gourmet Delight. If you're at a Dollar Tree, look for them. They are worth the $1 easily.
Canada, your prime ministers are handsome and your cookies are wonderful.
Wow. Well, things get too bad here. That's where everybody always threatens to move.
Maybe we ought to.
Yeah, you kind of understand why.
Good healthcare, sexy world leaders, and awesome cookies.
All right.
And I understand their
Let's,
donut shops are good too.
All right, Ryan, do you have any final thoughts then?
Great.
Yeah, these cookies are fucking amazing.
Yeah.
For $1?
I know. Greg?
I'm Ibis jokes and disgusting loose rich food slurries aside, this was some really good food, and it just goes to show you don't have to pay a lot to eat well. And I think we had 3 solid entries today.
Well, let's revise that. You don't have to pay a lot to eat things that taste good. To eat nutritiously, it's getting more and more expensive.
Yeah, well, to eat nutritiously, but to eat tasty. This was a tasty podcast for under $5.
Yeah. This is much better than a lot of the podcasts we've had where the food has been far fancier and more expensive. This was pretty much everything was at least okay.
Yeah, I did make an attempt to get the best food at the Dollar Tree that I could for this episode.
Yeah, also
And
don't bother
honestly-
with Dollar Tree coffee.
Yeah, I didn't go for that. So I was surprised at how successful I was getting us 3 good foods at the dollar store where I got enough for all of us to try it.
Did
for
you take it
$1
as a
each thing.
challenge?
I kind of did
Yeah,
to see how well could I do with this.
Very well.
I was really happy. So
I mean, it'd be interesting to send you back to see if you could pick the 3 worst things.
Coffee and lunch meat are.
yeah.
I have had.
That would open it up from both ends.
Oh,
I've had Dollar Tree coffee, and they said it was Egyptian coffee, which I don't actually believe. But I mean, it was basically hot mud water. It was loathsome, and I drank Army coffee and liked it fine, but this was loathsome.
okay. Well, with that, if you shop well, you can get a great deal and some tasty food at the dollar store. And remember, until next time, eat, drink, and be merry.
Dollar Tree, y'all.